I am going to be talking about litter box tips and tricks. As Ed said, I hope to be able to give you guys some practical information that you can take home with you about making your litter box as inviting as you can, and hopefully preventing some problems associated with that, maybe stress or other things. So, let's see. The first thing to think about is location. You know, most of the time we've got this litter box, we don't really want to see it or smell it, so we put it someplace nice out of the way. But maybe that's not so nice for your kitty. You know, you want to make sure that it's someplace that is nice and quiet. You don't want it to be next to like a noisy washer, or maybe a furnace that kicks on, or even a vent. Dr. Fagan had a patient that did not like to use the litter box when the vent was blowing on him in the wintertime. So some kitties are particular about that, but they can be. We also want to make sure that it's easy for them to get to, and that they can get to it basically all the time or whenever they need to. That might mean, you know, it's someplace where the door is always open. If you have other animals, you want to make sure that they can get to it without feeling like they're going to be pounced on or harassed by one of the other animals. If you have an older kitty, make sure that they can go up and down the stairs okay. You know, sometimes as they get older, they start to get arthritis. The stairs get harder for them. That can be a challenge. If you've got kittens, well, that's another thing to think about. That's at the opposite end of the spectrum. They're still learning how to hold it, and the time between they feel like they have to go and they actually have to go is very short. So I want to make sure there's lots of little litter boxes around so that they can make it to the box on time and not have an accident and then develop bad habits. So the next thing is the size of the box. This poor little guy just kind of barely squeezes in there. We've got lots of big cats. Sometimes they're just big, and sometimes they're big this way. But you want to make sure that their whole body can fit inside the box, so that it's not just his feet and his bottom sticking out one side. You know, he's got to have enough room to get in there and move around a little bit, you know, and not have a problem. Sometimes you need to do something that's not a litter box. This is just one example of a storage bin. This person cut like a hole in the front so the kitty could get in and out, because it might not be able to jump in and out so easily, especially if there's an older cat or a really small one. But you can also get some other types of storage bins, or like big plastic, sometimes mixing dishes from the hardware, or like the big shallow plastic storage bins that you can get work to. That gives them a little extra room. And let's see, you probably know this one from perusing the tables and playing the bingo game, but the number of litter boxes that you should have, the golden rule ideally is to have one more box than you have cats. So if you've got 2 cats, then you want 3 boxes. Most behaviorists, I believe, will recommend that you try to have them on different locations or different floors if you live in like a multi-level home. Sometimes that's not practical depending on the kind of setup that you have and how many cats you have and that kind of thing. But you at least want to try to offer them some options and more than one place to choose from. So, like not like these guys, all trying to fit in the same box. Probably won't end well. We've also got types of litter. These are just some things that can happen that go wrong. Goes along with cleanliness a little bit. But most cats seem to like clumping and clay-based litter. There have actually been a couple studies showing that. But of course that doesn't mean all cats like that. So you've got some other options too. If you're not sure what your cat likes, or you think maybe your cat doesn't like what you have currently, you're getting a new cat, you can do a little experiment and set out a couple different boxes with some different options and see what they like. Might be surprised. And cleanliness, last but not least. Nobody likes a dirty potty, not even your kitty, so you want to try to scoop the box once a day. Ideally, you'd be changing the litter once a week. If you've just got an inch or 2 of litter in the box, then you don't have to throw out so much or waste so much. But then every month you should clean out the whole thing. And by that, you want to dump out all the litter, rinse out the box, get any residual matter from the bottom. Mostly use hot water, maybe like a little bit of dish soap if you feel like you had to do something, but you do definitely want to avoid things like bleach, some of the stronger cleaners. They're going to leave an odor in the box that your your cat may look like, or even if you don't rinse it out very well, could potentially make them sick. So there's some advice on the bottom about just boiling water left in there and not using any soap at all. So this guy likes the feel, but maybe not the odors. Just going back to the litter a little bit. Some litter is scented, but that's more for us and not for them. A lot of cats really don't like that. So stick with the unscented stuff. Just something that can happen when it's not going well. And then just to keep in mind, you know, with all the things that we're talking about here tonight, usually if your kitty goes outside the box, that's usually for a reason. There might be a problem. It's not to make you mad or to get you back or anything like that, or because you took away his favorite toy. So, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt. Take him to your veterinarian, hopefully Big Creek Pet Hospital, so we can help you out.